All right. Hey, Sherry. Happy Friday. How are you?
Great seeing your smiling face, Melanie.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we're here today to talk a little more about our trivia event, which is happening
Yes.
1 week from today on
Woo-hoo.
Friday, April 23rd, coming up fast.
Yes, it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and that's 5 p.m. Pacific. I just got hesitating on the math there, which is just so silly. But it's going to be on this really cool platform called CrowdPurr. If you register for the event, we'll email you the link to play on CrowdPurr, and the game will just automatically kick off on your computer once you click that link at 8 p.m.
Yeah, super easy. There's no video, there's no
Yeah.
special app or download or anything you need to do except click on the link, and we will send that the morning of the event. So you can register anytime up until right before we get started.
Yeah, if you register later in the day, Friday, then we'll just send you the information in your own special email. And it doesn't even have to be on your laptop. You can play this on your phone. It's that simple. Once you click the link and it's go time, just everything magically appears on your screen and you don't have to do anything but press your answers for the questions. And it'll just count down as you go. It'll take you to the next round. It will show you where you are in the standings. You can see how you're doing compared to other people. And something that's really cool is that as it counts down for each question, so the first two rounds, you'll have 45 seconds to answer each question. But the quicker you answer, the more points you're going to get. So if Melanie and I both get the answer right, but she answered quicker than I did, she's going to have more points than me.
Yes. Yeah. So, if you know the answer as quickly as you can, get those extra points.
Yes.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. There are easy, medium, and hard questions. And we're
Yeah.
covering seasons 1 through 10 of the show. So it will be a wide variety of questions. And we did a run through this week and it ran about 45 minutes. So that's what you should allot for time. And it
Mhm.
is time. So you participate live. And, once we get started, we're started. So try to join on time.
Right.
We will warm up with a practice question just to give everyone an extra minute to join, though. So be there.
Right. So the first round has 11 questions because we have that practice question, and that's your easy round. And then you get to your second round, it's 10 questions that are what we call medium level. And then the third round, you now have a minute to answer each question because these are harder. The final 10 questions are our doozies for all you super fans out there.
Yes. And we actually had the privilege of Charles Rosen and Larry Mullen, writers and producers on Beverly Hills 90210, submit a couple of questions for us. So we got some specialty questions. And speaking of Charles Rosen, executive producer,
Mhm.
he offered up autographed digital scripts
Wow.
to our first through third place winners. So that means you can pick a script from any season 1 through 5 of Beverly
Yep.
Hills 90210. He will sign that script and email it over to you. And that is priceless,
And he
right?
said he won't just sign it, he's going to personalize it. This is going
Yes.
to be a one of a kind prize that you can't get anywhere else.
Absolutely. And speaking of prizes, we've got some other great
Yes.
ones up for grabs. We have a subscription to Hulu. We have $100 cash delivered by PayPal or Venmo. We've got trading cards. We've got DVDs, some merch
Yeah.
from the Beverly Hills 90210 show. And just to sweeten the pot, we've also added 3 extra giveaways during trivia. And those are
Yes.
going to be random lotteries. So anybody can win them. And it doesn't matter how many points you have, totally random.
Right. So while you're playing each round, the game is randomly going to pause and you're going to see this pop up and it's going to let you know whether you won the lottery or you didn't. And we'll be doing that one time each round so that everybody has a chance to win something no matter what questions they're getting wrong or right. And speaking of the prizes as well, if you say, "Hey, Melanie, I already have a Hulu subscription. I'm not really sure it's worth it for me to play. And if you win the Hulu subscription, we'll change it to something else. Pick
Yes.
Paramount Plus, whatever it is. We have awesome prizes and we'll adapt them to fit the winner.
We sure will. So, yeah, if you already own something, don't let that discourage you from playing. And, speaking of these random lottery prizes, this actually just came in the mail this week,
Right.
a very special 90210 book. Thanks to the authors who sent this to us. And this will be one of the random prizes that we're going to give away during the lottery. So, just added, very exciting. I know we've had this as a prize in the hunts before, and it was very
Mhm.
well received. So it's great that they're supporting us again.
Now, to give everyone an advantage, we decided we're going to do a little bit of a freebie question. While most of the questions are going to be a surprise, you won't know until you play the game. We're going to tell you one of the questions right now. And that way you have the next week to look up the answer. And so when you see the question pop up during the trivia game, you will know you have that answer already and you're guaranteed to get that right because we're giving it away to you right now.
Boom. Yes, we sure are. And it's a pretty easy one, and if you're a super fan, you probably know this and don't need to research, but we figured, you know what? We want to make this as easy as possible. So, Sherry, why don't you ask the question?
Yes, the question is, in which play did Brenda star for director Roy Randolph?
Hmm.
Again, in which play did Brenda star for director Roy Randolph? And when this question pops up on your screen, you're going to see four answers. All of these are multiple choice questions. And
Mm-hmm.
you just have to select the answer that's correct. So maybe you know that answer right now. Maybe you need to look it up. But if you know that answer, if you find it over the next week, you're already ahead of the game. You're going to get one question right. And if you
Absolutely.
click it as soon as possible, you'll get the most points that you can get as well.
Yes, you will. And what I love about this is that it is multiple choice. In some of the
Yeah.
hunts before, we've had some challenges with, providing the exact answer, but multiple choice,
Mm.
allows for the answer to be in front of you. So I think that, helps a little bit in terms of trivia itself. So hopefully
It
you'll.
also means that you have a 25% chance of getting it right. And
Mhm.
if you've gotten some questions wrong and other questions right, it can still work out where you end up being the winner as long as you answered those other questions faster than other players and scored more points than them. If Melanie and I both end up answering 20 of the 30 questions right, I could still have more points than her and end up being a winner because I was just quicker on my toes.
Absolutely. Ooh, excuse me. That is a very fun feature. I know, right?
Yeah.
Frog in my throat. All this
Yes.
talking that I've been doing. Gosh, goodness gracious. And speaking of talking, I thought we would just kind of, run down who we are, why we're partnering, and
What
talk
is our
about that.
street cred? What's our 90210 cred? Who are we?
Right, exactly. Why don't we start with you, Sherry? Tell us a little
Sure.
bit about Teen Drama Horror and what you do.
Teen Drama Horror is a nickname I gave myself a really long time ago to show my obsession and love for the teen dramas. Just like someone might be a shoe whore because they're obsessed with shoes, I'm a teen drama whore. I'm obsessed with teen dramas and the teen soap opera realm. And I started this blog back in 2008 called TeenDramaWhore.com. And I cover 6 shows: Beverly Hills 90210, Dawson's Creek, The OC, One Tree Hill, Gossip Girl, and the CW's 90210 spinoff. And I did that for a couple of years before taking a hiatus. Life got in the way. And after about a decade, I decided
Wow.
to bring it back last fall as my pandemic pastime. And so now it's a newsletter on Substack. I'm still covering the same 6 shows. And, back in the day, I would interview actors and writers and directors and producers from these shows. So I interviewed Jenny Garth and I interviewed James Eckhouse and Cindy Potter and Chris Williams and Michael Kudlitz, all these people from 90210, as well as the other teen dramas. And that's a little bit less of a focus for me now. Now I'm writing more in-depth essays, but every now and then I'm still breaking out the interviews and still covering those 6 shows.
Awesome. Yes. And I, of course, am the owner of 90210 Hunts, which is virtual scavenger hunts based around our favorite TV zip code. Not only that, actually we've held 3 virtual scavenger hunts so
Wow.
far. We
Yeah.
did a 30th anniversary, we did a holiday hunt, and we did a Love 90210 Valentine's Day hunt. So this is going to be our 4th event, which we're very excited about. But also, I produced the Beverly Hills 90210 show. and I co-host 90 News as well. If you haven't listened to the podcast, Beverly Hills 90210show.com, we cover seasons 1 through 7 of the show with writers and executive producers Charles Rosen and Larry Mullen, hosted by Pete Ferrero. So you can also expect a couple of Beverly Hills 90210 show prizes in the mix here too. So yes, absolutely.
And we hope you've been listening carefully, because peppered throughout this conversation has been hints about some of the questions and answers in the trivia game. So if you've been watching and you've been listening, you're going to go far.
That's right. That's right. We have sprinkled in some clues about what we do. So again, pay close attention and consider it a little hunt hint, as I call them for our virtual scavenger hunts. We'll call these trivia hints or trivia tidbits. How about that?
Yes.
Perfect.
And, it's just $10 to play, and you can win a lot more than $10 in prizes. So just sign up. We'll drop the link in the description section for this video. Spread the word, give us feedback. If everything goes well, we'll do this again. I'm up for another time, and we haven't even finished this time yet.
That's right. That's right. So again, April 23rd, you can sign up at the link. It's also on the trivia tab at 90210hunts.com. And we can't wait to play with everybody. So, thanks for watching. Maybe you want to watch again. Just, make sure you're picking up on what we're putting down here. And have a great week. We'll see you at trivia night next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.